sideways. All right. Tweet it out and make sure you check on me keeping it in the thing and everything. You gotta open it so you can tell me if people are asking questions.
Everything's going slow, so I don't even have
Hey guy, one person. We're getting it set up, and we'll be talking, running in just a minute. So hang in there. Not on YouTube, no. Sorry, I'm not seeing the questions yet. I just saw somebody said something and I missed it. My wife is going to be reading me the questions in just a minute. Just hang tight. I promise.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Oh, she's not going to.
How often do you usually stream?
We're trying to do it once a week for now. I'm getting better internet installed this week because it's been kind of touch and go. And then, you know, we're planning on making it a weekly situation. You did tweet it?
Yeah.
Facebook it?
I'm trying to.
How's the video? Is it's not skipping?
Internet is really helping now. Well done, guys. Looks good from what I see.
Okay.
Although, do you usually do it in
Landscape?
portrait view?
It was locked in portrait for some reason, so I had to do it.
I can fix it. Do you want me to fix it now or no?
No.
Yeah, we're not trying to stream to a bunch of places, so it shouldn't have issues tonight.
We can't have music on these anymore either because the YouTube takes the videos down then if we do, which stinks because it's so quiet without it. We're learning.
Alright, it is Facebook.
What do you want me to hum?
You are my sunshine. Red Martin Campbell likes that you give them the choice of what you go next.
Heck yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll decide something. We'll decide who it's between next week. Today.
Yeah, we're open to suggestion.
Batman's always a winner. In my book. Electric eraser time.
This is awesome while we wait for an Infinity War trailer. Plastic Man, question mark?
Yeah, he'd be fun. I don't know if I've ever even drawn him. Drawn Reed Richards.
Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam would be cool for sure. Apparently you guys like DC characters. You can get me fired.
Or move to DC.
Oh.
Spawn.
Yeah, that's, an all-time fave for me, so doesn't take much convincing.
Is there any Marvel character you didn't draw yet?
I mean, I'm sure, but I've drawn a good deal of them at this point. Well, do you guys like the drawing so far? And if you aren't subscribed already, please do subscribe. And also, if you can share this on your social media, that's always a big help. If you can just retweet the tweet or...
Red She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Someone said looks good.
We, I have a much bigger base of watchers on Periscope, but I want to be able to do it on here because I think this is more, I think Periscope might go the way of the dodo bird eventually. So we're trying to build it up here. But I don't have the same type of, clout on here.
You're a YouTube loser.
You said that?
Yes.
Oh, that's your comment?
Yes.
Thank you. Very nice.
Looking good. Love to see you draw Speedball.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Someone agreed Periscope is the next dodo bird.
I used to love Speedball when I was younger.
the best I'm gonna is 480 FPS. Is that on my end? Oh, the best I'm getting is 480 FPS.
Is that on who's in? Somebody asked that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm using my phone to do it until we get the better internet because this is the only way it seems to work at all. So, you know, we'll figure it out together.
We are open to suggestions for how to do
Yeah.
streaming. Is there any character from any company besides DC or Marvel that you wish you could draw that you haven't gotten a chance to yet?
Well, I've drawn Thor in books, but you know, drawing the Thor comic would be cool. Venom is going to be cool. I've drawn Venom a little bit, but you know, to have a nice long run on that will be fun. I'd like to draw Batman. Everybody says that, but I'm no different. I'm just a man. Want to see me sharpen my pencil?
Do you have a favorite Wonder Woman villain?
No, I haven't read enough Wonder Woman to have a favorite. Who's your favorite? This is the phase of the drawing where I figure out all the shadows and the rendering, so that's what you're seeing me do here. I like to do a sketch, which is an underdrawing essentially, where I get all the forms right, and then you know, render it out and then ink it. Speaking of the New Mutants, did anybody pick that up today? I did the covers for that series. Looks really good. Hoping that people dig it, because I like the writer and I like the artist. And
Speedball and the New Warriors are what got me into reading comics back when Bagley was drawing them.
oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's, you know, I don't know what year that was, but it sounds about the time I was probably into Speedball too.
Favorite Wonder Woman artist?
I mean, my favorite Wonder Woman images that I've seen are probably Adam Hughes' Wonder Woman images. I think that he does a really nice job making her strong, but, you know, still feminine. It's difficult to pull off. I'm going for more of a Gal Gadot physique here, but he has a very, you know, he gives her bigger muscles, wide shoulders.
Gal Gadot?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought you told me it was Gal Gadot.
I thought it was, and then it's not.
Dear.
You've been out there talking about Gal Gadot constantly.
Michael Tellis says hello.
Hello, Michael. "30 people, a new record.
Mm-hmm.
What a dream."
to pick up the New Mutants book this weekend at Toronto Comic Con from Adam Goran.
Oh yeah, he's I didn't know he was gonna be there. Wonder, is he from that area or? I don't know.
It's cool to see you have a supportive wife. Is she also an artist?
She's a artist of con artist. No, she is a parenting artist, a momming artist. We took, I will say, we did take art classes together in high school.
And you'll just leave it at that?
Yeah, no, you were a good painter.
Cute picture of the boys on your Facebook. Would you like to see it?
Oh yeah, that was the first Disney trip.
Empire says, hey,
Hello, Empire.
how long does the process take for a page on average?
8 to 10 hours. If penciling, yeah, probably like 10 to 12 for penciling and inking. But lately I've just been penciling, so a lot less.
Yes, Adam is from the Toronto area.
Oh, cool. So many artists from the Toronto area.
Oh, Gail Gadot's name is pronounced Gall, like you've got a lot of gall.
Gal Gadot.
What have you been teaching me, Ryan? New Mutants is awesome. The cover is what made me pick it up. And
Oh, that's cool.
Or made some panels that are super cool to the eye.
That's good. Thank you.
Do you do your own inking as well? If not, do you FedEx your pencils or scan them and send them through email?
Right now I do ink myself on covers and stuff. I'll be inking this in a little bit, but on Venom I have an inker named JP Mayer who's doing an amazing job. And we've been working, so I pencil them, I scan them in and send them to him, and he inks them. He prints them out in blue and inks them because he lives in Brazil and he doesn't seem to trust the Brazilian FedEx system. Which I'll defer to him on that because, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty grainy right now.
Well, sorry if it's grainy. We're getting better internet next week, and that should shore some stuff up. And if it doesn't, I'm probably going to jump in a creek.
Grabbed your New Mutants cover today. Did I already read that?
Oh, cool.
Nice. That is cool. You get to keep your finished pencils.
Yeah, we're going to sell the pencils and the inks together on the Venom stuff.
Have you drawn any of the other scenarios?
I've drawn Carnage on covers. Oh, and I just drew Venom Inc., where I drew a ton of symbiotes. I drew Mania. Maybe not a ton. Oh, Agent Venom. We created Agent Anti-Venom in that series. So the answer is yes. I like how this eye is coming out. Trying to get close to the drawing, but afraid of bumping my head on the camera. Yeesh.
What have you and Aaron been up to lately? Anything interesting with your family planned?
What do we got planned?
Well, we have stuff. We're not really doing anything with the boys.
Yeah, the boys, they get left out a lot. We've got a great mother-in-law. I do. It's Aaron's mother, and she takes care of them so we can go out of town and do shows and stuff like that. So we'll be going to Mexico and Chicago, and that's about it. Oh, Connecticut.
Yeah. Empire's just asking if you decided on commissions for Terrificon.
No, but I know you well enough. We'll set you something up beforehand, John. Just email me and we'll figure it out.
Any series or artists out right now that you think deserve some more love?
Tons. Riley Rossmo is doing like some of the best working comics on Deathbed over at Vertigo. What else? That's the number one that sticks out to me. It's like some of my favorite art ever. Anything I'm doing.
How do you come up with your pose for a sketch?
Well, I stood upstairs and I thought, I gotta go do that Wonder Woman drawing that I said I was gonna do. And so I just thought about it for a minute, and then this is what came into my head, and I started drawing it.
And Empire said, haha, thanks. I don't mean to be a pest if you weren't intending on doing any commissions for Terrificon.
Oh no, I was definitely planning it. You're not being a pest. I'm definitely planning on doing them. I'm just I have a hard time announcing it beforehand because then I get kind of inundated with stuff before, and then I feel like bad the whole time at the show because then I have taken all the work I can do, and so we try to keep most of it not pre-ordered because I don't have time to really work on it at home beforehand. You know.
Bill says, oh nice guys, that's awesome. And so by the way, my girlfriend and I are moving to Ottawa in May once I'm done with college, and she's got an internship through college, so I'll have a longer drive time next time we go to Fan Expo.
Oh,
Is
hey.
Fan Expo completely out of the question for this year? Or?
Yeah, because it's right around Terrificon.
Yeah. It's like 2 weeks after.
Yeah, and I gotta draw some comic books at some point.
Yeah, and you do that one-day show in Lansing in September now.
Mm-hmm.
The busy, successful artist life.
You nailed it. Just take a sip of water, talk amongst yourselves.
At what point am I supposed to be fixing you a drink?
When I'm far into the inks. I color some with markers sometimes, but no, never. I mean, I have colored some of my own covers and stuff, but very, very rarely. There's a lot of really great colorists out there that can do a much better job than I can.
What does it say on your table?
Where? I don't even. Oh, it's just long strokes because I.
This is where you.
Don't even joke. I tend to start choppy. If I'm penciling, sometimes I get real choppy, and I want to make sure that I'm moving my hand a lot. So.
What goals do you have left for yourself that you haven't reached yet?
I want to be like filthy, disgusting rich. I want to, write and draw some of my own stuff. I want to create stuff that I own. And I want to I guess that's it, really. I mean, my biggest goal in comics coming in. I mean, my biggest goal ultimately is to create and own my own stuff, for sure. But my biggest goal when working at the Big Two was to draw Spider-Man, and I got to do that, relatively early when I did Superior Spider-Man, and so that's kind of a, big goal out of the way. So, what's left otherwise is creating my own stuff, but I don't want to just jump into that until I feel like I'm totally ready. And I kind of felt that I was ready, and then the Venom gig was offered to me, and it's just such a good, cool book that we're making that I decided to shelve the image thing for a little bit so that I could do this for you fans.
I think I skipped some stuff. Do you ever color your own works?
Yeah, you asked me that.
Oh. Are you and Ollie going to do a cover for Venom and Spidey Fight to Be the Best, Ryan?
Well, I don't know that I would want to be placed into an artistic battle with Ryan Otley. He's pretty great, so I would, maybe we'll cross over at some point. We have no plans to at this point, because that's just not on the deck. But never say never.
Oh yeah, Empire says you colored that Wolverine commission you got that became a cover.
Yep.
Do you miss drawing Kane, Scarlet Spider? How was working with Yost?
I love Yost. Yost is one of my favorite people of all time in comics. I miss him because he's Mr. Big Time movie writer now. He wrote on the new Thor movie and all that stuff, and I always thought that he, if he wanted, he kind of had his foot in that Hollywood stuff from the get-go, but I always thought if he wanted it, he would have been, one of the bigger writers in comics. So, I'm happy for his success, but yeah, I miss working with him for sure. And I miss Kane too. Yeah, I'd like to do more with Kane.
I know sometimes comic book artists do collaboration pieces at cons. Have you been a part of one?
Yeah, I've done stuff with Umberto before. I've done a lot of jam pieces for sure.
Have you ever wanted to cross over to DC eventually or not?
Yeah, of course. They have some great characters. They have some cool stuff going on, so that's definitely a possibility. I think I've done multiple ones with Umberto on them. There was one with me and Umberto and Bocello. That was pretty cool. That's Khalil's.
What writer would you like to team up with that you haven't yet? Are you a fan of Jonathan Hickman?
Yeah, I've worked with John. John and I did fantastic. I did his last 3 Fantastic Four issues, so that was really cool. He's great. I would love to work with Jason Aaron. There's a bunch of DC guys that I really admire. Tom King and Scott Snyder, and you know, it's funny too because I worked at Marvel for 10 years and I never did anything with Bendis. I think that he may have written the Wolverine, the one-page Wolverine story I did for X-Men Red. I'm not positive on that, so which would be funny if I got to finally do 1 page with him when he left Marvel, but yeah, he's somebody I like a lot too. And Grant Morrison and all the, the greats.
That was Angel Arm Spartan that asked that, and I was back in one of your videos, and he commented, because remember I was like, is it Angela or what? But it's clearly Angel Arm. I don't like with the capital letters. I don't know why. Must have just been like having a brain fart. Do you have a dream DC character to do a book for?
Yes, Batman. I think I'd do a good Flash too, but Batman's my guy.
How much freedom were you given on writing for Renew Your Vows?
Oh, a lot. The first issue, Jerry had already plotted, so I kind of wrote from his plot, and then the rest, I just kind of picked up the threads of things that he had been setting up, I felt like, I got to build those stories from the ground up pretty much.
So Superman is going to reach 1,000 issues in April with Action Comics number 1,000. What hero do you think is going to be next for 1,000?
Wouldn't it be Batman? Isn't Batman already at 800 or something? I guess Spider-Man's getting up there. Yeah, Spider-Man 800 is coming out, so we'll say Spider-Man.
Isaac Mendoza says, I love your work, Ryan. What advice can you give to an artist getting started on drawing his first comic?
To work as hard as you can. Listen to criticism. And just try to make every single page better than the last. That's sounds cliche or something, but it's the truth.
A team up with you and Scott Snyder would be amazing. I hope it happens.
We've talked before, so.
Oh, Angel Arm says that he corrected his name after the test. Detective is in the high 900s.
Oh yeah, Detective then.
976 came out today.
But I think we were talking about which character. So, I mean, Detective is technically Batman, but
Isaac says, thank you, that helps. Your work is a constant inspiration.
Thank you.
What hero would you like to recreate or make an alternate reality story for?
I've always said I think that a really fun project would be to do like an Ultimate Spawn. Like how they did with Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, where you kind of take all the things that have worked in Spawn and make it into a new thing. Because there's a lot of good stuff in there.
That would be sick. Sick. Daniel Gall says, Ryan, good seeing you last year at C2E2. Hope to see you again soon. Can't wait for that spinneret. Wonder Woman looks great.
Thanks. Yeah, I've still got your spinneret here, so.
Will says, have you asked Todd McFarlane about that?
No.
Miss Bond.
I did talk to some people that worked at Todd McFarlane Productions one time when we were out at the bar. They were like, oh, that is a good idea. But, you know, I'm under contract and everything, so.
Wasney Hunt, kind of like an Ultimate Spawn.
Hmm?
Oh, wasn't Hunt, kind of like an Ultimate Spawn. I was like, is this some character that I don't know of?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess he had a similar look. But.
Jerry McDade wants you to pitch a Fantastic Four story for us. Right meow.
First of all, I have no idea who Jerry McDade is, and I've never spoken to him. But having said that, I would just rewrite the Fantastic Four as the McDade family.
It's like The Incredibles.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel says, no rush at all on my end. Venom and your other work come first. Love these love videos. Do you owe someone something that I don't know about?
We'll talk about it later. You're about to get me in trouble, Dan. Just kidding. It's fine. The good news is when you wait for stuff from me, I get better. Right? So you get a better piece in the end.
Well, I just want to make sure I'm not messing up.
No, I took it, but he hasn't paid for it. So it's something that I've been holding on to.
Is it like one of these 2-hour ones? Because maybe you could do it, or 1-hour ones or something.
Yeah, I might be able to do it on here. I've started drawing it, but I probably want to restart it because I'm better now.
Michael says he's getting a portfolio review in 2 weeks at a con. Any advice? Oh, I have some really good advice.
What?
Don't get super wasted the night before and barf on your fiance.
I do not know what you're talking about. Aaron's relaying a story that is not for children. But I would say make sure you bring a notepad, write down what they're saying, and
He thought it was fun.
the most important thing is to, when you get a portfolio review, you don't go in assuming, that the best case scenario is to get somebody that's interested. And then you take the things that they said and you improve on them and you show them again the next year. And if they see that improvement, they're really going to remember you. And that's when, you've kind of broken through a little bit of a barrier. I do a lot of portfolio shows, and it definitely drives me crazy when somebody doesn't do the things that I told them in their next portfolio review. And, that kind of goes the same for editors, I'm sure. So.
Yes, definitely a fictitious vomit story, not about anyone we know, just some made-up comic book artist trying to break in.
Yeah, I had to get through a couple portfolio reviews. Probably the most hungover I've ever been in my life. And I made it. There was like some sort of divine intervention that I didn't get sick during them because I did right before and right after. Yeah. You want to go take care of that?
Yeah. What do you think about this Red Goblin idea?
I mean, is this the the Dan Slott idea? If so, either way, it sounds cool to me. My wife just had to jump up because my 7-year-old just got out of bed. So that usually means he has to go to the bathroom, but he sleepwalks too, so. Yeah, I like the Red Goblin idea. I think he's just full of good ideas. Would I do some Ironman with Dan? Well, Ironman is one of the more difficult characters for me because I like to do expressive stuff, and he's Iron Man. He's not. I mean, when he's not in costume, he's very expressive. But as far as costumes go, he's very, stoic. So I don't know, but also I plan on doing Venom for quite a while. So I wouldn't think that it would even be possible. Because I'm not gonna, leave Venom to do that or anything. Books in the past. No regrets per se. Like I feel like all the moves that I made, I'm happy with. But there's definitely a part of me that's like, with Scarlet Spider, that would have enjoyed just doing that for, a long time. But I was young and my career was taking off, and I wanted to, do the things that I could to improve my career. And, I got to do the last 3 issues of Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four, so. And then after that, I got to do Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man, so it was, it was good. I was happy with everything, the way that played out.
Did you read all the questions, or did you need to do it?
Well, the last one that I answered was, are there any books I regretted leaving?
Did you read the Twitch streaming thing?
Uh-uh.
Have you also thought about live streaming through Twitch? There are some other artists streaming on there, like Jim Lee.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we're getting better internet, is hopefully so we can stream to multiple platforms. YouTube and Twitch both at the same time.
You read, would you do some Ironman with Dan?
Yeah.
Hello Ryan, Eric Blake here in Brazil. Great art, greetings.
Greetings, Eric.
Oh, you read the Any Regrets?
Yeah.
Yeah, a long solid run of Venom would be great.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing a lot of it. I know that they're double shipping the first issue. And there's no, stopping that train. But, so I have to take a break at issues 5 and 7, or 6 and 7. The first 5 will be all me, and then, they're hoping, and I'm hoping that I can do 8 through 18 after that. I mean, we have a schedule in place that's the plan, so that'd be pretty amazing. 10 issues in a row. you know.
Do you do something different about drawing Wonder Woman that maybe you haven't noticed from other artists?
I haven't drawn her enough to really have my own take on her. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know if there are any plans for the cast from King's Story, the conclusion of the Mexican God story?
No idea, but, something definitely I'd be interested in.
Is it at least a different arc that you have fill-ins for?
Yes. Yep. We made sure that I get to do all the first arc. And I'm sure whoever they get will be really good. Like, they're all in on this book, and I think that, just as much as me and Donnie are.
Would love to see a return of Toxin.
Okay, I'll tell Donnie.
Ryan, would you like to come to a Comic-Con in Brazil? That would be really cool.
Yep, that would be cool. Of course.
Do you do your work digitally?
I do some pencils digitally, but there's usually a finished piece that is non-digital.
Can you draw Batman Beyond soon and stream it on here? That would be great. I loved that show when I was a kid. That and the 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah, sure. Somebody mentioned that in my Twitter today, and I've drawn him before, and he's, unbelievable design. Super fun to draw, so for sure.
Was that Venom #1 cover digital?
No. The Zipatone in the back was digital. I actually am placing an order for some real Zipatone for future use because I think that'd look really cool. But yeah, on that particular piece, I've never used real Zipatone. So, didn't want to mess up a good thing.
Zipatone is awesome.
Yeah, it really looks great on commissions and stuff. I'm hoping I can get good enough at it to, try some of it on here when I do these streams.
Do you know how many cover variants for #1?
I thought there was like 6. At least 6 that we know about so far. I'm not, that's not up to me. I'm not in on those discussions, but I saw a thing that said like Paulo Rivera has one, J. Scott Campbell has one. There's a McFarlane variant that's like a reprint of an old McFarlane image. And that's all I know of for now. But I know that there's other ones.
Ever think of drawing and writing a children's book for your kids?
Yeah. I've made some books with my kids. So, I don't know if I'd make a full, I don't know. That's something to think about for sure.
Are you going to do homage covers for Venom?
No. This, the whole thing that I like so much about what Donnie's got planned is that he's expanding Venom. He's not just rehashing old Venom stuff. It's like new and fresh, and I mean it's stuff that I think people that work on Venom in the future will play off of for a long time to come. So I wouldn't really want to do an homage because I feel like we're pushing past, what the old Venom And that's not to say at all that we're like changing things. It's not. It's like it's just fresh, cool ideas for Venom. Much like I would say that one of the most exciting things about Spider-Man, Dan Slott's Spider-Man, was how many cool new ideas he had for Spider-Man. And he really expanded his sort of mythology throughout his run.
It was great seeing your kids' art and the New Year vows.
Oh, that was my niece, actually. That was Ellie. She's a really good artist, and yeah, that was a lot of fun.
So no hope for Flash Thompson.
To be that, I mean, I don't know the plan with Flash, but he could definitely, make an appearance, I'd imagine.
Are there any manga stories that you enjoy, or are you more into US-based comics?
No, I love manga. I love anything by Urasawa. I'm reading some Junji Ito right now. Akira's one of my all-time favorite anything. Yeah, no, I've read quite a bit of manga.
Is this Venom going to be Eddie Brock again, or I haven't paid attention to what's going on with him?
Yeah, it's Eddie.
Like Flash and Green Lantern Rebirth? Question mark.
Can't give that much away.
Trigun?
Yeah. I've never read Trigun. I've watched the anime.
What artists were your influences in your career?
Well, McFarlane, Michael Golden, Art Adams, J. Scott Campbell, Joe Madureira, Greg Capullo. So many. Anybody that, has sort of a cartoony style with, kind of a realistic render to it. That's my wheelhouse. That's the stuff that I love. All the Image guys,
You actually get time to read? I hear lots of artists don't read anymore.
No, I mean, I would say I read for a little bit almost every night. That's how I go to sleep. Back?
Nope.
Great.
Now it is.
Sorry if it froze. I apologize. Send your hate mail to AT&T Uverse, who we just found out last night was charging us a ton of money for low quality internet.
Ever drawn or want to draw Godzilla?
I've never drawn Godzilla. Of course, Godzilla would be fun to draw.
Pixely now. It'll be interesting to see how much better this gets with the internet. What are your favorite story arcs of any company?
Let's see. I love Preacher. I guess you're just asking for arcs, so I don't know what the names. I don't necessarily have them memorized name-wise. I mean, Batman Year One is unbelievable. The Court of Owls in Batman was great. Let's see. Kraven's Last Hunt is one of my favorites. If I can toot my own horn, Superior Spider-Man is one of my favorites. Even if I hadn't drawn it, I would have loved that story. Man, this question gets asked a lot, and I always feel like I fumble it. I need to just come up with a stock answer.
So Dylan said switch to AT&T recently, no regrets.
I think that AT&T is good too. We just I hadn't checked in on the services, and we had like kind of an outdated service that we were still paying, high prices for.
Will says thank you to both of us for always doing these for us. It's extremely appreciated.
No problem.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, we enjoy it too.
Are you excited for Superman Year One?
Yes. Of course.
Do we watch Gotham?
No. No, I don't watch very many comic book shows. I like comic books. Like, I like comic book art, and that's my favorite thing about comics, so I'm never too stoked on the shows. I like some of the movies. Like, I like most of the Marvel movies, but, I still prefer comics.
Is there anything that you hate drawing or have problems drawing? What did you do to help you?
Have problems drawing not very many things, because I think that if you have a strong structure, everything used to be difficult, but if you have like a strong understanding of how drawing works, you can pretty much draw anything if you take the time. Crowds are always a pain in the butt. Like, they're just annoying. And team books are really difficult, and I'm still not sure that I ever solved that case, because your attention is so divided among different figures, so I would say team books are probably my Achilles heel.
And what podcasts do you listen to?
Comedy podcasts like crazy. I love Comedy Bang Bang and The Best Show, and Doug Loves Movies, lots of stuff like that. I just listened to Slow Burn about Watergate, so now I'm a Watergate expert. If anybody has any questions, I've got the answers. I loved Serial. Oh, I listen to a lot of basketball podcasts, like too many.
Ask him how the image looks tonight. Is it something pretty?
Is the image all pixely to you guys, or can you see what's going on?
What do you think are some of the best artists who do team books, currently or all time?
Well, George Perez is some kind of masochist who, he was amazing at it, though. Jim Lee is great at it. Brian Hitch did some really nice team book stuff with the Ultimates and Justice League. Yeah. Joe Mad did amazing work on X-Men back in the day. Basically, I'm just naming amazing artists because they can do anything.
So a couple blurry, a couple looks good. So someone said it's pixelated on low quality, but once you upgrade it, it's fine. I didn't know that you could. How do you do that?
I don't know.
And Authority, come on.
Oh yeah, Authority. Yeah, Frank Quitely did some really good work on that too.
Will says he thinks he's going to start doing comic reviews on his YouTube channel because he's got so many Spider-Man comics. So I'm going to do 1 week of older comics and then 1 week new The Amazing Spider-Man.
That's cool. I've had a fantasy about doing a podcast for a while, but I just don't have time, which would be like Star Wars Minute, but it'd be like the Spider-Man issue. It'll just be a issue by issue, in-depth analysis of every Spider-Man issue, starting at issue 1. But yeah, I don't have time to do the research, and because you gotta get all kinds of cool nuggets about everything.
Hitch 2, he did the first arc.
Yep, Hitch. Yeah, he did a great job on Authority.
Oh, I see how to change the quality. Yeah, now it looks good. I wonder why it's automatically set to crap quality. If he starts up his podcast, he should have you on as a guest sometime.
Yeah.
And he said that was basically the idea they had. But now this Ryan said it on recorded YouTube video. You can't steal it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was definitely actually going to do it.
Because you have so much free time.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite books this year of any company?
Boy. I love Redneck by Donnie over at Skybound. Extremity is great. What else have I been reading? Tom King's Batman's real good. Oh, Vision by Tom King too. It's great.
Favorite Image titles?
I love Saga. I love Southern Bastards.
Have you checked out White Knight?
Yeah, I've read some of White Knight. That's really good too. Sean's art is unbelievable.
Tell Symbio Bro better late than never.
Better late than never, Symbio Bro.
And Empire says his designs are fantastic.
Yeah, he's one of the best. There's no way around it. He's great.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Ryan does probably a few podcasts a month or something, so that's not too hard to get onto his schedule for podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, I like talking, so.
Yeah. Who was the first big artist that you met at a con?
That's an interesting question. I remember meeting Waringo back in the day. You know, I would go to the Motor City Comic Con, so it was whoever was there. I met Bendis there before he was huge. I remember I used to kind of stalk around David Mack's table a lot. Yeah, I don't remember my first, like, you know, But I do remember doing this thing where I would get too nervous to go up and talk to people, so I just like watch them from like, I just like stand like 50 feet away and act like I wasn't staring at them.
Did you watch that awful Cloverfield film on Netflix?
Nope, thankfully Twitter and friends warned me that it wasn't any good before I dove in.
Cloverfield Paradox.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, Will. Let us know. Let Ryan know. He usually does his own setup for podcasts. Scoot says thanks for the retweet on this Venom sketch. Got a lot of traffic because of it.
Yeah, that was a really nice sketch. Really like that. I like the way you did the teeth.
I'm tired. Sitting here watching you draw is so tiring.
What time is it?
9:40.
Okay. So not too bad.
No. I think I just tired because it's so unbelievable. So sick. It's interesting how you have like a steady right around 30 people watching.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so it says, alright, I think if I don't pay attention to my girlfriend soon, then she might get mad with me. So talk to you later and have a good night.
All right, good night, Will.
Here in Canada, where it's also 9:40. So I guess they also do the stupid time change there.
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't make any sense. I think people already have enough things to complain about on Facebook. Right?
That's what they do. That's what it's there for.
Cornholio says this is looking amazing.
Thank you, Cornholio.
Venom is the fresh start I'm looking forward to the most. No pressure.
You won't be disappointed. We finished issue 1. I finished issue 1 yesterday, or 2 days ago, and I'm ecstatic with how it came out.
Daniel Gall says, I always laugh when you and Chip go back and forth on Twitter. Any insight to how you two met and how that relationship came to be?
I think we just met on Twitter. I mean, we've met in person a bunch of times now, too. But it mostly just started with, I think that we were both goofballs. And I like to wildly attack people on Twitter with random things, and he likes to be attacked, I think. So that's pretty much it. I mean, he's really funny in person too. He's really great to hang out with. And we bonded over our love for Nathan for You, which is the funniest show ever.
work with Chip on a book.
Of course, we've talked about it. We've definitely, it's come close to happening, so. No question. I would love to work with Chip.
I think my favorite part about Twitter is getting to interact with awesome people in the comic industry.
And that's my favorite part too, actually. And I tweet at Pistons Twitter a lot. Detroit Pistons beat writers and stuff.
And you get really excited when someone famous starts following you.
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Even when someone semi-famous starts following you.
Yeah.
Did you get the Chip double dip today?
The 2-in-1? I did not go to the store today. Unfortunately. Been too busy making Venom comics for you guys.
Nick Miller says, good night, guys. You all have a great night.
Good night, Nick. Thanks for coming by.
Is it a love-hate relationship or a hate-hate relationship with the Pistons right now?
Oh, I hate them. I don't even watch anymore.
What comics do you usually read?
I don't keep up with comics regular. Like, I don't keep up with the what's coming out when. I'll just go and read a big run of something later. So I'm not current on anything at the moment.
Is there any characters you'd love to draw but haven't gotten a chance to yet?
Batman and Thor. I mean, I've drawn Thor. But I mean, like, the series. I like Black Panther a lot, too. I like Thor and Black Panther because they both kind of live in fantastical worlds, but also can cross over into the real world. And I like that about them.
Can't be much worse than seeing your team become the Timberwolves. What did those two teams combine?
Well, the Bulls had this coach, and they fired him, but he was a good coach. And then the Timberwolves hired him, and he just like went and got all of his old Bulls players. And they're all getting injured because he plays them too much.
music.
Yeah. We'll have to. I mean, there's like free open source music. I don't know how. So, do they always flag? Like, they did flag another video, but they let it stay up still, right?
Yeah, I don't know why. When do you think we'll see a race leaf from Scarlet Spider again?
Or
Araceli?
Araceli? I don't know. Maybe I'll have her written into Venom. I'll demand it.
I'd love to see her and Mania have a team up.
What's that?
Araceli, whatever you said. Araceli. Yeah. And Mania have a team up.
Yeah, we can do that. That'd be cool.
Venom is one of those characters that gets drawn in so many different styles. I do like your take on him. Others, not so much. I won't name names.
Name and shame.
What would be your dream team for any comic book?
Like a team of characters? Or do you mean like who, like creators?
Let's do both.
Okay. Creators. Me and Donnie Cates doing Venom. Oh wait. Characters. There'd be Spider-Man and Wolverine would be on the team, and Thor. It'd be called the Three Amigos. The end. And Batman. The Four Amigos.
Any interest in Moon Knight?
Yeah, Moon Knight's a really cool character. You know, with the right writer, I would love to work on Moon Knight.
Are you going to add color to Diana?
No.
And she's stunning so far, by the way.
Thank you.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man writer?
Why? Dan Slott. Well, me, because I wrote Renew Your Vows. Then, probably Dan. I like Michelini. DeMatteis. Oh, there's too many. Come on. Conway is great. I mean, no. There, he's just has it down to a science. There's a lot of great Spider-Man writers.
What's your favorite Avengers lineup?
I like the classic, you know. I like it to have Captain America, Thor, Iron Man. You know, basically the movie lineup. But with Spider-Man, I would say he's always a good addition. What do we think? Is it done?
The issues you wrote for Renew Your Vows were wild. I'd love to see you write more.
Me too. Me too. If Donnie wasn't so good, I'd be behind the scenes trying to get him pushed off the book. That's not a good pen. Just kidding about that, by the way. I don't have that kind of power.
Do you like Matt Dad Spider Girl?
Huh? What was that?
I don't know, read it.
It's not on my screen.
Mayday Spider Girl.
Oh. Yeah,
Sorry.
she's fun.
Did you guys take inspiration from it for Renew Your Vows?
No, I mean, I don't know what Jerry took from it, but I didn't personally. I haven't read that stuff really. All right. What do you guys think? I think I'm done. Right? Right? Right. Tomorrow, this will be up for sale on Big Cartel around noon. If you enjoyed this, tell your friends. Go ahead and follow my my YouTube channel, and we'll be doing this every Wednesday. So, thank you, everybody.